As we head out of spooky season and head into turkey eating season, will it be staying cold out or will a slight warm up make a comeback? I'll be breaking it all down coming up in this video. Howdy y'all and welcome. We're going to start off looking at the trick-or-treat forecast. We push it forward to Halloween night. You're taking those trick-or-treaters out. You're going out trick-or-treating yourself. It looks like could encounter some snow showers up here in the Ohio Valley region. This is our first flakes of the season due to some lake effect snow showers coming through. It's going to result in a dusting. So just please be aware of any slick spots out there and be careful. If you live down here in the Carolinas up into Virginia, I would pack an umbrella as it looks like you're going to be experiencing some rainy and dreary conditions out there. So just please be aware of that. But it looks like for the rest of the country, it looks like it's going to be pretty dry out there. But it's going to be downright cold out there. So please bundle up if you're taking your kiddos out there. But it looks like over by Washington down into Arizona and down by Florida, it looks like it's going to be pretty nice out there. So go out there and enjoy it if you live down here. As the rest of the country, we're pretty jealous of y'all because we're going to be freezing our tuchuses off and we're not going to be wearing those Speedos going trick-or-treating. Now, as far as the apparent temperatures go, you can see it's going to be downright cold, almost in the teens out here in the central and eastern part of the country. So again, if you look back here on the simulated radar, just please prepare for snowfall up here in the Ohio Valley and prepare for some rain over here in the East Coast. And once we get past Halloween, that snowfall is going to be traversing its way up here in the Northeast, where it's going to result in yet another dusting up there. But after that, it looks pretty dry for much of the country, except for over here in the northwest part of the country, where it looks like you're going to be getting in on some snow showers up here in Canada, and even some ice as well. So just prepare for that if you're up there in Canada. I know I get some Canadian viewers. Thank you for watching. It looks like y'all going to be getting in on some snowy action up there. And it looks like even more snowfall and rain and dreary conditions are going to be in store for the northwest part of the country, where y'all have already saw upwards of 10 inches of snowfall over there in Montana. Now that's good for the ski slopes out there. Go enjoy the ski slopes. And if you feel inclined, please send me some snowfall pictures. I'd love to see it. Send it to my X page, formerly Twitter, or my Facebook page. I'll have links to those in the description down below. So go check those out and follow me. I would much greatly appreciate it, and thank you. And once we push even further into November, it looks like this disturbance will push some precipitation towards the east. It's going to bring some rain showers and even some snowy conditions to much of Michigan on over into New York. Now, this is pretty far out. Anything will change by then. But if this holds up, it looks like a lot of snowfall is going to be occurring around the week of November 7th out here. And even over here in the northwest as well, it looks like even more dreary conditions are going to be in store for the northwest part of the country. And some snowfall over here in the northeast as well. Big old snowstorm possible as we head towards the middle of November. As we take a look at the precipitation outlook for the next 6 to 10 days, it looks like above average precip is expected from California on over into the northeast. And below average precip is expected from Southern California down into Texas. Now the next 8 to 14 days, head off in the next week. Looks like some dry conditions are in store for the southwest here in the Brown. And some above average precip is expected for really much of the country. Now, as we take a look back at the temperatures, we already know that we're going to be freezing our tuchuses off here on Halloween. Again, please bundle up the kiddos. Don't want them getting sick out there due to these cold temperatures. As we get past that, it looks like chilly air is still going to be setting in. Up until the beginning of November, it looks like some warm air is going to be possible as far north as eastern Colorado and parts of Kansas. It's going to be cold again, warm again, and then watch as we really start warming up as we head into November. Some 80-degree temperatures possible as far north as Nebraska, Iowa, Indiana, even up here in Maine as well. So please enjoy these nice temperatures while they last, because I don't think they're going to be lasting all that long, because we are in November, where it looks like we're going to be heading into some turkey eating season. As we take a look at the temperature anomalies, this determines our above and below average temperature patterns. We know we've been below average here as of late, but it looks like we're going to be heading into an above average temperature pattern as we head into November. But watch as we head towards the middle of November, it looks like the below average temperatures are going to win out. Now, according to the Climate Protection Center, the next 6 to 10 days, it looks like above average temperatures are going to be expected for much of the country, which is expected, except for over here from Maine on over into Minnesota. Now, let's head into next week, about the same, really. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the 500 millibrow height anomaly map, where this determines our troughing and ridging patterns. You can see we have a trough setting in. This is what's going to be bringing our lake effect snow bands through the Ohio Valley and some rain showers on Halloween night over here to the east coast part of the country. And watch as we head into November, it quickly gets out of here, and a major ridge is going to be starting to set in, and really nice temperatures are going to be setting in as well. But this ain't going to last long, as it looks like by the end of the month, a major trough is going to be setting in. Now, lastly, let's go and take a look at the National Hurricane Center to see if there's any hurricanes or tropical storms out there as hurricane season is starting to wind down. Now, we had Hurricane Otis that formed out there west of Mexico. Now, that was a big old surprise because that wasn't really supposed to turn into a hurricane. It was just supposed to remain a tropical storm and just bring a lot of heavy rainfall to parts of Mexico, but it really intensified really quick. A lot of people didn't have much warning time as it intensified that fast, so it resulted in a lot of casualties. Really wasn't good. It was like a jump scare that happened, during one of those Halloween movies. That's what Otis did. Why we always say us weathermen are always wrong, because stuff like that always tends to happen. But as we take a look out here in the Atlantic, we can see we have a 20% chance up here and a 10% chance down here. None of these are going to turn into tropical storms or hurricanes or anything. There's going to remain disturbances as there is a trough that's going to be setting in along the eastern part of the country. Now, as we take a look at the Eastern Pacific, we have 30% chance out here in the Eastern Pacific, but we have tropical storm Pilar. We bring a lot of heavy rainfall to El Salvador and a lot of mudslides. And that's really all that we got going on out there in the Pacific and in the Atlantic. Now, lastly, if y'all want to take a look at this, we're going to take a look at the fall foliage map. We already know that much of the country's already peaked, but if y'all ever feel inclined to send any fall foliage pictures, please do so. I would love to see the fall foliage pictures y'all take. Send my X page and my Facebook page. And thank you. But looks like most of the country is already peaked. So if you're heading out trick-or-treating on Halloween night, I'd expect some snow showers up there in the Ohio Valley and some rain showers down in the eastern part of the country. So pack an umbrella if you're in the eastern part of the country, and watch out for any slick spots if you're up there in the Ohio Valley. Now for the rest of the country, it looks like it's going to be pretty dry, but this forecast is going to be a trick because it's going to be really downright cold. So please bundle up if you live pretty much anywhere in the United States on Halloween night. And once we get past Halloween, it looks like it's going to remain pretty dry for much of the country, except for the northwest, where you're all going to be experiencing some dreary wet conditions and even some snow showers as well this week, so please be prepared for that. And we're going to be encountering a slight warm-up as well, so if you have any Christmas ornaments you want to put up this week before Thanksgiving, do so. And don't be like Griswold and fall off the roof. Please be careful. Please don't kick the plastic Santa and the plastic reindeer because you're frustrated because it's going to be cold next week. And other than the cold temperatures, we have a couple of disturbances out there in the Atlantic and in the Pacific, but really it's not much to worry about because hurricane season is starting to wind down. So, if you like the video, please hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe down below. Constructive feedback is always appreciated. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in. And until next time, never stop forecasting and have a happy and safe Halloween.